Hello, sir. I'm Chance Smith. I'm here to provide you with a policy recommendation on how the U.S. should move forward in regards to China's establishment of an air defense identification zone in the East China Sea. Now, when China established this in November of last year, this represented a well-planned policy action on the part of Beijing lawmakers. And in response, I would have put forth the following policy recommendation: that the United States challenge both militarily and diplomatically the East China Sea ADIZ. I make this recommendation for the three following reasons. First, China's establishment of this ADIZ represents a direct challenge to the U.S. presence in the region. Second, challenging the ADIZ works to ensure the integrity of commercial shipping lanes and minimizes China's projection capabilities militarily in the region. And finally, it's consistent with what I believe should be the U.S.'s primary goal in the Pacific, and that is preventing China from becoming a regional hegemon. Now, for China to establish this is not out of the ordinary. However, their justification is what makes it suspect, because it rests solely on their disputed claim over the Senkaku Islands. They dispute that with Japan and Taiwan, and since 2010 there have been escalating tensions over the Senkakus in the area. China claimed this was a routine measure. However, many analysts believe that this could neutralize U.S. efforts in the long term in the region. In response, there are three possible courses of action that your office could take. The first would be, as I previously alluded to, challenge militarily and diplomatically the ADIZ established by China. The second would be to concede the legitimacy of the ADIZ to China. And the third would be to converse or engage in trilateral talks with Japan and China over a more lasting solution to the ADIZ issue. To challenge this, I would recommend daily overflights of the ADIZ without going through the established policies that China has enacted for their air defense identification zone. And then diplomatically, I would recommend that you take a tack similar to your predecessor, Ms. Hillary Clinton, did in the South China Sea, where she supported the claims of Vietnam and the Philippines as opposed to China's claims in the area. Now, this would help to prevent destabilization in the region, and it would help to minimize the growth of China's naval power in the region, although it would definitely escalate tensions, and it would also make for chilly relations between the U.S. and China in the future. The second course of action would be to concede the legitimacy of the area to China. Many folks believe that the People's Liberation Army is currently unable to upset the balance of power in the region, and thus it wouldn't hurt to concede the ADIZ to China. However, if we were to do this, China may feel emboldened by such a concession, and they may use this area as a buffer zone with which to grow their projection capabilities. The third course of action would be to converse with China and Japan, America acting as a neutral third party because we have no claims in the region, and come up with a more lasting solution to the ADIZ problem. The upside is that this could de-escalate tensions in the regions and lead to that more lasting solution. However, the downside would be that this is the option that is least likely to work with the history between China and Japan, and China would likely insist on the ADIZ being established, which the U.S. and Japan should both balk at. So my official recommendation is that the U.S. should challenge both militarily and diplomatically the Chinese ADIZ. We cannot allow China the ability to grow their maritime power to challenge our supremacy on the seas in the region, and we cannot allow them to develop their projection power any further. I'd like to thank you for your time, and I hope you take this into consideration.